Hello again from Bedford CMA. I'm Pastor Steve with this week's Thursday update. I have several things to cover with you today, so I want to get started with the results of Monday evening's Zoom board meeting. We've decided that we're going to move forward with plans for a parking lot service to see us through much of the summertime ahead. With all of the uncertainties still looming as to when we might be able to progress to the green phase of COVID recovery, and all of the questions and concerns about social distancing and confined spaces and traffic flow and all that sort of thing in the building, we felt that an intermediate step toward recovering a Sunday morning gathering was the best approach for this time, and the best way to make that happen would be to do it out in the parking lot. We have a little planning to do. We have a couple of pieces of equipment we're going to need to purchase at minimal expense. But we're going to need to ask you to be patient with us for a couple of weeks while we put those things together. And then somewhere around the mid-June timeframe, we hope to launch that parking lot service. And for the meantime, we ask you to continue to look for us on the YouTube channel on Sunday mornings at 10:45. And of course, the services and Thursday updates continue to be available there throughout the week. The second thing I want to mention today goes back to the video that we saw on Sunday morning from our national office about this year's Great Commission Day, an event that takes place in the May timeframe each year and is a special donation opportunity for our Great Commission Fund. Reverend Tim Meyer, who is our Vice President for Development, was featured on that video and explained that a number of our international workers have done their own little video projects this year, making those available to us under the theme, Caring in Chaos. And we'll look at a couple of those in a few minutes. But before we do that, let me just remind you that if you want to make a special donation to the Great Commission Fund as part of this Caring for Chaos emphasis, you can do that by marking your offering check or your offering envelope to indicate how much of your gift should go to the Great Commission Fund or Great Commission Day. Now we'll turn our attention to Caring for Chaos in the Philippines.
Hi, we're Mark and Melissa Young of Envision Philippines. We're here in Manila, Philippines, one of the most densely populated cities in the world, 24 million people. Our ministry is partnered with a local CNMA church, and together we're focused on urban poor ministry.
So like you, we're in a lockdown. It's a very severe lockdown, actually, across the whole island of Luzon. And one of the challenges we have is that the community that we serve is disproportionately impacted. The lockdown means they can't work. And if they can't work, they can't feed their families. And so just imagine a very densely populated community, 10 by 10 home, 15 people, 100 degrees out, and you're really, really hungry and you haven't eaten for 2, 3, 4, 5 days. And you keep hearing things about food coming in, but it's not happening. Mm-hmm. And so what we're seeing is frustration and anger. We're also seeing the church begin to shine. One of the goals that we have is to, through the church, feed as many in the community that we can. To date, we've been able to feed about 2,000 people, and we hope to continue to do that over the next few months.
We've really been inspired by the action of the local church into their communities. We're seeing the pastors and their wives and the leaders all go into homes praying for people, helping to distribute food. It really is a blessing both to us, but also the communities that they work in.
As you can see, creative ideas are reshaping ministries around the globe as the church and its international extensions seek to meet real needs in the lives of people in the name of Jesus Christ, hoping to impact and transform their lives for the sake of His kingdom. One of the ways that it's been suggested we might meet a real need and impact lives for the kingdom is to provide an outdoor recreational program for children and one for youth, at least one day a week through the course of the summer. The details of what that might look like are yet to be determined. We'll be discussing that at a DMC meeting next Wednesday evening. But for now, we'd ask that you would prayerfully consider what place God might have for you in working with the church to meet needs in the community and reach people with the gospel through the summer months. And as the Lord leads you, to let us know how you can be available for those kinds of programs and outreach activities. For now, we want to turn your attention to one more of the Caring in Chaos videos. This one comes to us from Cambodia.
As the world has quickly gone into a state of fear and confusion because of the coronavirus, I can see how God has been working behind the scenes in Cambodia and preparing us for such a time as this. Here in Cambodia, we are preparing for a lockdown, and just like the rest of the world, we are uncertain of what the future holds for us. But what I am certain of is that we need to be people that share truth and share the hope of Jesus Christ. A few months ago, the CMA started a media team for the Cambodian church, and we've been making videos and training a team of young men to share testimonies and to share the gospel through video, through Facebook, in ways that the Cambodians would hear it the most and the quickest. Because of that, as soon as the country went into chaos, we were able to very quickly start putting out videos, sharing medical information about corona, sharing truth about how it's being spread, sharing the hope of Jesus Christ that we have. I've loved being able to see Cambodians around the country joining in, watching our videos, sharing them with their friends and family, posting them in places that we had no access to before. In the last few weeks, I keep hearing the still small voice of God reminding me that I'm here for such a time as this, and that God is not surprised by any of this, and that God has a plan for people, and God is going to use this to reach people who have not been open for the gospel before. The church buildings are empty, but the Church of Jesus Christ is going strong. And I think we're going to see a lot of growth come out of this. Thank you for keeping me here so that I can stand in the trenches and be a light to the people around us.
There in Cambodia, like most places around the world, the internet has become the primary platform for ministry these days. And we're seeing that work for us as well, in that each one of our Sunday morning worship videos is being viewed more than 100 times as it's posted on our YouTube channel. Far more people seeing it there than what would attend a normal worship service in our building. And we're excited about what that means for us and for the kingdom. Another thing that's become a great platform for ministry in recent days is small group ministries, groups that can take place well within the confines of limited numbers of people gathering together, but can also be done very easily by the internet, or some combination of the two. People joining a group that's meeting in a home by watching on the internet and interacting through Zoom, that sort of thing. So we're considering the possibilities of small group ministry for the future of our church as well. And we hope to have some more information about that for you in the not too distant future. In the meantime, be careful, be safe, and God bless.